Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I am reviewing. This is my second watching of the movie, 2018's superhero movie Venom. Now, I did not know much about Venom other than the fact that what I see in the movie Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, but I don't remember having read anything about Venom other than the fact that he is this, with the black kind of gooey stuff around him. That's the only thing that I knew about Venom. Anyway, this movie, like I mentioned, came out in 2018. It's the Marvel Comics character, produced by Columbia Pictures in association with Marvel, and distributed by Sony Pictures. And so I do understand that there's going to be, I'm not a comic book guy, there's going to be him facing off against Spider-Man sometime in the future. Alright, so it stars Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and Venom, alongside Michelle Williams, Riz Ahmed, Scott Hayes, and Reed Scott. Drink of water. So basically, in this comet that has these alien symbiotes are being captured by a scientist from the company owned by Drake, Carlton Drake. And they are brought to Earth. One escapes, and that is Venom. It manages to hook on to Tom Hardy's character, Eddie Brock. Basically, the symbiotes cannot survive on Earth without a host that can breathe oxygen. But they are very selective, and they cannot actually bond with just about anybody. So it's kind of like an experiment to do it. The aliens actually want to come to Earth and take on host, and then consume the rest of humanity for their, for feeding their hunger, basically. However, Venom is different. After having bonded with Brock for some time, he decides that he wants to help humanity and help Eddie achieve that, as long as he can feed him once in a while. And by that he means criminals. Anyway, that is basically what Venom, the character, is all about. And of course, it is basically he is trying to Eddie Brock's character is trying to find out what happened to the scientist on the spaceship that Drake has sent into space. He tries to investigate, and unfortunately for him, he is using the because of Drake's influence, power and influence, he is disowned by the community in the journalism community, basically, and he loses his job, as well as he loses his girlfriend, because Michelle Williams' character, Anne Wayne, she's a lawyer, a corporate lawyer, who happened to have some of the information from Drake, and he basically takes the information without checking with her, without her knowledge, and therefore gets her into trouble as well. They split up, and 6 months later is when we catch up with Eddie Brock, now struggling to make ends meet, still trying to be the journalist, but very down on his luck. And that's when he meets up with one of the scientists who is appalled with all the humans who are being sacrificed, not really knowing what they're being sent for. But they are sick individuals who Drake promises, you can get cured and all that stuff if they willingly cooperate and go into this experiment, basically trying to bond with the symbiotes. Some of them seem to work for a little while, but at the same time they are all killed. So she can't stand it. Her name is Professor Nora, I believe. Dora Skirth, who's one of the scientists, and she basically sneaks Eddie Brock in, and he, while escaping, he managed to discover the symbiote, and it bonds with him, and it introduces itself to him as Venom. When it covers him completely, they become one creature, humanoid kind of creature, as best I can explain it. And It's, extremely powerful. Its weakness is basically, um, what was that? High pitched noises and fire, but otherwise it is very, it can beat up a lot of stuff, and it can destroy, huge. It's very, very powerful. Destroy cars and all that stuff. Yeah, so basically he's got to stop Drake along with one of the symbiotes, who's named Riot, and they try to bond with each other, and he tries to go and go back and, using a space probe, collect the rest of the symbiotes and bring them down to Earth, but Eddie is able to stop them, rescuing, and separately, in fact she also helps him out quite a bit, and towards the end, he gets his job back. He returns to journalism, tries to start a new life. Unknown to Anne, Eddie, Venom is still with him, and they decide to keep it on the quiet and try to protect people who are being hounded by criminals and such. And that's basically Venom in a nutshell. So yeah, to be honest, I don't really like this kind of a superpower because it just seems way overkill. To be honest, the movie is actually fine. I just that I don't really like the kind of superpower in this. I prefer more, I would say, more super powered humans rather, or like something like Iron Man or anything like that. But or Batman, Green Arrow, those kind of things, and even like Spider-Man and stuff. So I am curious as to one day finally when we get to see on the big screen Venom versus Spider-Man. I suppose they will be battling it out and then eventually join forces. I don't know. I may drink some more water. But I will say one more thing. This is one of my least favorite superhero movies, especially in the Marvel franchise as such. I don't know. And the other thing is, I am not. I don't know if I'm in the minority in this, but I don't really buy Tom Hardy as a character as a superhero character as such. And he is, to be honest, the character, as far as we can see in the movie, is not really a superhero kind of. Even though it's in that genre, it doesn't really do. Yeah, it does, but yeah, I don't know. It's just that I find it a little odd. And I don't really enjoy it as much as the other ones, which is why it's taken me such a long time from 2018. I watched it once in 2018, and then I only watched it very recently, like just a few days ago, end of 2021. So that's kind of surprising, that I have such a big gap between watching this movie again. It's entertaining. It's okay. I will give it a 7.5 out of 10. It is actually, you're not going to be really bored or anything like that with watching this movie. It's just that, I don't know, I'm not really, this isn't my cup of tea when it comes to superhero films. So, hey, some people might enjoy it a lot more than me, and that's pretty much fine. I like other stuff. Anyway, that's 7.5 out of 10 for me for Venom in 2018, and I will be reviewing Venom Let There Be Carnage immediately after this. Thank you.